Hi guys, welcome to another Zenler FBH. So in this particular one, I wanted to answer a question by Andrea Zatarain. And her question is, I've been sort of talking to her over a few questions because I wanted to make sure it's kind of exactly right before I kind of answered it, because in some ways it could have been interpreted as a bit vague. So anyway, we've got the question here. So basically she's created a course. She wants to set up 3 payment plans. 2 of the payment plans she wants to show up in the course sales page. 1 payment plan does not show up in the sales page, but can be linked to from a separate landing page or accessed directly with the link. I have a scholarship plan. This is not public. It is a reduced fee payment payable in installments on a different schedule than the main plan. I don't want the public to access it as it's awarded based on meeting certain requirements at my discretion. So by default, we're not going to be able to do this, but there is a couple of ways that we could do it. Now, of course, we could clone the course. Okay, and by cloning the course, you could then make that course secret and add your payment plan. Okay, that's one way of doing it. The only problem with that way is that you would be maintaining 2 courses. So in some respects, I would not, from an online creator point of view, want to take that route. If I took that route with some of my courses, it would add an immense amount of time to administration and updating of courses that are actively updated. So I would like to avoid that. However, I'm going to show you how to do it if that is the case. The second version is if your payment schedule plan is, say, 4 payments of £50 a month, you could actually, and the scholarship was, say, a 50% off, you could set up a coupon so that it would actually take 50% away from the 50, meaning it's £20 and £25 a month, and you could then give them a direct link to the coupon. Now, another way of doing it could be to have the main course as a standalone course with your 2 payment plans for public, and then you could set up a bundle for the other one. And what would this do? This would allow you with the bundle to set up a separate pricing plan, keep it hidden, and send that one out. Now, the advantage of this would mean that you could still maintain the 1 course and it would update in the bundle as well. And I think this would be key. And I've not covered this in a tutorial. So I'm going to run through these 3 methods and you can decide on what you want. And Andrea, this is a great question because it's something new. So, and it also gives people these options to find out about. Now, one thing that you have to be careful about with payment pricing or currency is we can't mix and match currency. If we've got GBP, for instance, inside the main course, we have to have GBP inside the bundle as well. You can't like use US dollars for the bundle and then because the course has got that currency with it, it needs to be the same currency. But that hasn't come up in your question. So in this case, it should be okay, unless you haven't told me that. In which case, then you're going to have to clone a course and create a separate pricing plan for it. So let's get on with this and let me show you. So it's going to be a bit of a longer tutorial, but it's all fine. I've got a course made up that we can use as a dummy course anyway. So I'm going to jump into it now and we're going to have a look at these 3 options. All right, so I've got these 3 standalone courses in here. At the moment, there's no pricing set up for them. So I'm just going to jump into the beginner's level for surfing here. And we're just going to go down to the pricing tab here. So we have some curriculum built in there. We have the pages built, but we're just going to add a new pricing plan. So obviously you want your 2 plans. So let's go in and add a one-time purchase, which I think is one of the methods that you wanted. And I'm just going to put this in GBP, and I'm going to set this on, let's set this on £120 because it's a one-off. And let's call this one-off, okay, for the sake of this. I'm going to leave everything else same here. So I'm going to click finish for that. So we're going to set that pricing plan up inside here once I hit finish, and that's been added. So I'm going to set a new pricing plan, which is the second one, which you wanted an actual payment plan for. So we're going to add a price plan for this, and we're going to go for a payment plan, which is what you asked for. So we're going to say in this case it's a little bit cheaper because a little bit more expensive because we're doing it on payment plan. So we're going to say 4 payments of let's say £30, and then we're going to say installments of 4. I'm going to put that monthly, and we're going to call this monthly plan. Okay, so just something like that. Now, availability set tiers, I don't need to touch any of this, so we're just going to go and make. So this will be 4 payments of 30, which equals 120, which is actually the same as the one-time purchase. Generally, one-time purchases are a little bit cheaper, so I'll actually put this at 100. So then we've done it. So we got our 2 main plans. Now, inside of the checkout page, so we go to the sales page now. And if we go into this sales page, you can see we've got the course as normal, and then we go in rolling course, and it takes you straight down to 4 payments of 30 or a one-off payment of 100, which is fine. So we haven't got this third option in here, but remember, if we had that third option in here and we go through to any of these buy nows, then you're going to still have the option to select either of those plans. So if we had another plan in there, it would show up in there. So remember that, and remember this is one checkout page. So this one checkout page shows all our stuff in here. So with that said and done, let us jump back now, and I will set up the next part. So we're going to set a coupon up for this. So we're, instead of them paying 25, so the monthly plan is 30 here, so we're going to give it to them for 15. So we're basically 50% of this monthly plan. So I'm going to jump back to here, and we're going to go to courses, and I'm going to jump straight into coupons over here. So I'm going to create a coupon now, and we're going to call this, we can call it something like scholarship, which is what you've called it. And we're going to go into here, and we're going to say a percentage, because a percentage is going to be taken off. You could put an amount to deduct, but I'm going to use percentage. I'm going to use all products. We're going to set specific products. We're going to select our specific product, which is Beginner's Guide to Surfing, and the payment plan that we want that applied to, and that's going to be the monthly plan there. You can, by the way, also apply that to the one-off, but that would be £100, would make the whole thing £50. So we don't want to do that. We want to do it off the monthly plan. Now we want to apply the discount for all the duration of the billing. Yeah, or you could go here and you could put 4 months, because the plan is over 4 months. So it's up to you. The first billing, 50%, will only be applied to the first subscription billing. All right, so be careful of that. So this is for all billings here, and this is basically done. So all I need to do now is click add, and that's going to generate a URL for me now. So I've got this URL. So let's just copy this URL, and then I'm going to go straight into Incognito, and you're going to see this is the URL. This is the coupon direct link URL to get that discount, this method. So I'm going to jump now into new Incognito window, and I'm going to press Control V to paste that in there and go in here. And now what you're going to see, if I enroll in course, is you're going to see that it has been reduced 4 payments of £15. So you basically give them the 50% product taken off. Notice this one is not applied to because I didn't apply it in there. All right. So this is it. So if I buy now for this one, you're going to see that you get a discount 15%, and you say 4 payments of 15. So you've taken that that amount off. It's in there. You've still got the option to click that, of course, but who's going to click that when you get this cheaper option in here? And that code applied as a scholarship code. So that's nicely tagged up in there. So that is that option using coupons. Now I'm going to jump quickly, and I'm going to show you the cloning method to use. Next. Okay, so if you've set up your first course, which we have, and you can see that that course has got those 2 payment plans that we added to it, Now you want to set up your scholarship one. So this is the cloning method. This is probably the one that requires the most administration work because you've got to clone the course out. But it does give you control over things like automation and stuff like that separate from this course, but it is a lot to manage. So let's go in here and let's take this now and let's actually clone this beginner's guide. So I'm going to go clone here and we're going to clone this course out, so it will be an exact copy of the course. So we're going to call this, let's call this scholarship, so it's nice and clear. All right, so we can say scholarship in there and we click update. So this is now the scholarship program. We can come into pricing. Whenever you clone a course, your pricing from the other cloned course will be, or your origination course will be deleted out. So you need to set a new price plan. So we're going to price plan, and because it's now a clone or duplicate source, you could actually change the currency if you wanted to as well. So in this one, I'm going to go to payment plan. I'm going to click next. And we're going to set up the payment plan as we would want it for our scholarship. So in this case, I'm going to put £30 in here. And we're going to say we want 4 payments of that. So basically, we've done the same as what the coupon would have done in there. So once you've got all that done, you can name it. We're going to call this scholarship program. Okay. And we're going to come down here and click finish. And that's it. So let's have a look at that course. So now we're going to have 2 courses in here. So if I come in here, you're going to have this beginner's guide, the original one, and then we've got the scholarship one there. So if I click into here and go to preview, and we preview this from the sales page, then you're going to come through here and you're going to click enroll in the course, and it's only going to come up with the one option here. Beginners Surfing Scholarship, so you've got £30. So this is a standalone course. You can set up your payment in here completely separately. Now the thing is that you probably don't want this showing up because you want it private. You don't want it showing up on your main master page. So as you can see on the main all courses block in here, you're having this scholarship show up, and of course you want to keep that private for a private link. So really easy to be able to turn this off so it doesn't show in the all courses tab. Now we can get it not to show in here, or of course you can manually just set up your own links to the sales page, is what I've done for this one. Beginners, intermediate and advanced. But if you don't want to do that and you want to use the dynamic block to turn this one off, it's really easy. We just need to go into the course that you want to turn off. You need to go to course details and you just want to go in here and make the course secret and click update. Okay, so now if I go and actually preview this page, that will not show. So you can see it doesn't show because it's hidden. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. The URL still exists. If we go to pages on the course and we click copy this URL, it's still there. It's just secret, so it doesn't show on the front end of the site like this. So you can see it's still there. We can go and enroll in course, and you've got that plan there. So this is that cloning technique, and I've also shown you there how to turn off the course by activating it as secret in here. Okay, so that's how you could do it for that. Now the other option to be able to use the original course, so I'm going to go back to this, and I'm actually going to delete out the scholarship course here. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete it out like that. Okay, so I've deleted that out now. So another way of doing it is to use bundles. So with a bundle, we can set it up separate. So if I go into bundles, so remember this course is live and it's all working, and you've got your 2 public costings in there. But if we go into bundle here and we create a bundle, I'm going to call this Beginner's Guide, Surfing Scholarship there. I'm not going to give it a subtitle or anything else. Now you do have to do an initial bit of work because you need to set up the sales pages and stuff for this. But I'm going to click create bundle. Now remember, if you've got any drip for the bundle, allow automations and drip of content for this bundle. So you can also turn that off and on. So if you click here, you can see if you enable this option, the automation and drip inside each of the content on this bundle will also be enabled. If you do not want it enabled, turn it off. So it's up to you whether you want the automation and drip inside the main course to activate or not. You can turn it on and off there. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to click create bundle. So now I've got a bundle that's a scholarship bundle. So once again, unlike the courses, you don't have the ability to add a curriculum, but you do have the option in a bundle to add content. So what content are we going to add to it? We're going to add the beginner's level in surfing. So it's referencing this for this bundle. So get that in your head. And then we can click add course. So now that's been added to this. You will need to do some additional work. You will need to go and set up your pages in sales, checkout and thank you, and your course access page. You'll need to set those up, but it does mean now that if we come into pricing, we can add a new price plan and we can go down to payment plan there and click next, and then we can set up our payment plan that's private to this. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put the 30 in there again. I'm going to say payments of 4, and I'm going to call this the scholarship program again, like I did before, and I'm going to leave all this default, and I'm just going to click finish here. Now, as I'm doing all these things, you need to make sure that you test all this stuff out thoroughly, but this has now been set up a payment plan that references the main course. So it will show up on the page, so we need to do something a little different here. We need to make it secret here. We need to hit the make secret, because if we don't, what will happen is if I hit the refresh here, that bundle will come up. I haven't published it yet, so I need to publish it. So let me just click publish. Now it's published, and I go in here and I refresh this a few times. Then we're going to have the bundle turn up in here, which is what we don't want. So 2 seconds now, just let this load. And there we go, we can see the scholarship programs show up. So if I go into this now, it's going to go into the sales page of all that stuff that you need to set up. And if we go in rolling course, it's going to give you access to that. Now you need to test it, like I said, but you've got the payment set up. And inside here, if I just jump into the pages, so the course access page, then you're going to see your course is in there. There it is. So you can access it now once you've bought it. Okay, so that is set up in there, but we don't want that to show up on the home page. So what you need to do is you need to just make it secret. So I'm going to go into bundle details and I'm going to go make bundle secret, click update. And now if I go back to the home page here and I refresh, apologies guys, let me just go and preview this again. And we should just have that one. So there we go. So now you might want to send a link out to the bundle. So you go to pages. Here's your bundle link here. It doesn't show anywhere else because you've made the course secret. And if we go into incognito mode and we just hit this, paste it in there, then we are now on the bundle. It looks different, but you need to format this. And then it tells you about the courses and anything else. So it tells you this is the course that's included inside that bundle. Now the advantage of this system is that if you make any changes to this original beginner level in surfing, it will be reflected in this course, which is exactly what you want. You can see you've gone straight through the beginner's guide to surfing there by clicking the access there. So I think this would be the best option for you, because from an administration point of view, it makes it very easy. Like when you're making changes to the course, the beginner's level in surfing, it's going to make a change in the curriculum or any of these things. When you go across to the bundle, that course that's included in there is going to update as well without you even having to touch it. So you've got 3 methods there. You've got one, the most simplistic one is to set up a coupon if that works for you. But if the payment plan is completely different, I think you want to look at the bundle method. So obviously we've got the other method, which is cloning, but that means looking after 2 separate courses, which you might not want to do. Again, you might be happy to do that because you might want to tailor different content, different areas, in which case that's the perfect solution. But you asked for 1 course, 3 plans, one of the price plans to be hidden. So that's exactly what we've done here. So hopefully you can follow that. I know I've gone quite quick, but you get the idea. Most important thing, test it works. Make changes to that beginner's course, make sure it's updating in the bundle. Just check these things out thoroughly when you're doing this kind of stuff. Make sure that you understand what is actually going on, what I'm explaining here. Make sure that you understand it thoroughly before committing to launch it and public it and send it to your students. You want to make sure that everything's working fine. The mantra is test, test, test. Okay. So hopefully that's helped you, Andrea. That's the sort of options that you've got in the system at the moment. There is no default options for setting up a pricing plan, keeping it hidden. That's what we use coupons for. Okay,